Happy Monday, and I hope all of you had a great weekend. How's your day been? Tell me down in the comments, everybody. Now I have some news around your Social Security benefits, unemployment benefits, and of course a $1,400 stimulus check. I will also be going over whether Americans are going to receive a fourth $2,000 stimulus payment. So folks, thank you so much for being here, and remember, the whole goal of this channel is to provide you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check news. I want to see every member of my community receive a $1,400 stimulus check, and I want you guys to receive an additional $200 a month in Social Security benefits. That's my goal, everybody. I want to help as many of you guys as possible. So be sure to stay until the end of this video to never miss out on the latest stimulus check news and the news around Social Security benefits. First, let's talk about third stimulus payments, everybody. And if you believe that there should be a $200 increase in your monthly Social Security benefits, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes. Now folks, let's first talk about the missing third stimulus checks. I know a lot of Americans have already received their $1,400 payments, but in the comments of many of my videos, a lot of you guys have shared that you have not received a $1,400 check. I completely understand how all of you feel. It is absolutely sad to see that you're still not receiving your stimulus money or any payment date on the IRS Get My Payment tool. Everybody just stay patient and stay positive. This is definitely a difficult time and it is not easy to navigate through this situation. But the IRS has not finished sending out all third stimulus checks. And as long as you guys meet the eligibility requirements, you will definitely receive a third payment. Just make sure that you qualify for a third stimulus check. And if you do, then please tell me down in the comments so I can help as many of you guys as possible. So I can help as many of you folks out as possible. Now it is clear that the IRS is overwhelmed with sending out millions of checks, millions of stimulus checks, and processing tax returns. We just have got to give the IRS some more time to process your payment. According to the IRS, the agency has already processed stimulus checks that will be going out to VA beneficiaries. It is very likely that the IRS will also send a third stimulus payment to anybody who was left out from last week's batch. So if you receive SSI, SSDI, or survivor's benefits and did not receive a check on April 7th, you will probably be receiving a check on April 14th. In a statement, the IRS said, because the majority of these payments will be dispersed electronically, they would be received on the official payment date of April 14th. So make sure to keep an eye on that, everybody. Make sure to keep an eye out on your bank accounts. April 14th is the next payment date for millions of Americans. I know a lot of you are still not seeing a payment date on the Get My Payment tool. But don't worry about that, folks. Although the IRS did say that the Get My Payment tool would update on April 10th or 11th, many Americans received their third stimulus check without the tool even updating. Also, everybody, some banks do not even show pending notices. Your stimulus money may be in your bank account right now, but your bank is not showing it yet. There are also many of you guys that will be receiving your check in the mail, either as a paper check or an EIP card. If the Get My Payment tool says your check was sent out on March 26th, you should have received a check by now. It has been a little over 2 weeks since the IRS started sending out payments. So I would give the IRS about a week more, and if you don't receive a check after 4 weeks of waiting, I suggest filing a payment trace. Now folks, for the latest news around your Social Security benefits. This just in from the Social Security Administration. The average monthly Social Security check for retired workers was around $1,514. And the SSA has also announced that Americans can expect to see their Social Security benefits and SSI payments rise by 1.3% in 2021. This adjustment is expected to affect about 70 million people. As of right now, Social Security recipients will be receiving an additional $20 a month. And several senators in Congress are also pushing for the $200 a month increase for any of you guys that are on federal benefits. Senators like Ron Wyden and Elizabeth Warren told Congress that they are pushing to include in Congress's next stimulus package a $200 increase in the monthly benefit for all Social Security, veterans, as well as SSI beneficiaries. That is all the news in this video, everybody. If any of you guys found this video useful and helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give a like on this video, and leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching, everybody. Until next time, have a great day and stay safe.
Administration is taking the wraps off of a $1.5 trillion budget request for the 2022 fiscal year that begins in October. It includes a request for a 16% increase in non-defense discretionary spending up to $769 billion and a more modest 1.7% increase in defense spending up to $753 billion. The discretionary programs that are seeing the biggest boost under this request is a $20 billion increase to a total $36.5 billion request for Title I schools that operate largely in low-income areas, a $14 billion investment in climate change policy efforts, and $8.7 billion in funding to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which the administration calls the largest budget authority request in nearly 2 decades as they work to prepare for potentially future pandemics. Now, officials noted that this budget is intended to right the ship, so to say, in a lot of areas, with this official saying, I think both parties have shown a lot of historic interest in that area. And they note that this is a separate but complementary request to the infrastructure proposal and the tax proposal that the White House and Treasury have unveiled in the last week or so. But they note that both will play a key role in the months-long process to appropriate funds for all of the administration's priorities. Administration officials saying that these numbers are going to help guide that process, and that a more modest 1.7% increase to defense spending to $753 billion. Administration officials said that they were trying to right the ship in several policy areas. We see the biggest boost going toward high poverty schools, $20 billion increase there, a $14 billion increase to climate change policy efforts, more than $1 billion in an increase to enforcement of tax audits, and a $1.6 billion increase in funding for the CDC. Now, just a few moments ago, President Biden in the Oval Office, where he was getting a briefing from his economic team, also pointed to an increase to $4 billion funding that he is requesting to fight the opioid crisis. In that briefing, which the pool just saw just a few moments ago, he also took some time to offer condolences to the Queen of England for the passing of Prince Philip, and also made some comments on infrastructure, where he said that he's already spoken to some Republicans about the proposal that his administration has put forward in the last few weeks, and he believes that it will get Republican support. To be continued there. We should note that the infrastructure and tax plan is separate but complementary to the budget proposal that is being unveiled today. Administration officials say that they are meant to kick off months-long deliberation processes as they work toward seeing exactly what a more robust budget would look like that could get approved by Congress through those official processes that will get underway momentarily. Wilf and Sarah?
Well, Kayla, I was going to ask the follow-up on that point. As you said, this isn't necessarily the full proposal. There's other parts to it that you just outlined. Nonetheless, what is the timeline from here for what was announced today, and indeed the more significant other parts to come?
Well, certainly this is a request that is essentially just an overview of what the administration hopes directionally Congress will work toward.